Good morning, Chickajoes and Chickadees. Today is October 30th, and what I'm going to do with this video is walk you through the process from beginning to end, just to kind of refresh your memory and the expectations for this portfolio and get y'all to that final product. I did this back on Monday. If you want to get ahead and build your pieces, your second, third, fourth piece, and build the portfolio, that's what I covered in this video, or what I covered last week or Monday. But I'm just going to do it again just to refresh your memories. All right, so this is your second major grade. We are looking at Unit 2, and this is our final piece that goes with Unit 2 before we go to Unit 3. And in Unit 2, it's a multi-genre survey. We're looking at different styles of writing. So in this portfolio that you're generating, that you're crafting, you are building different pieces to represent the different genres that exist, all focusing under one idea, topic, whether it be relationships, love, family, sacrifices, growing up, determination, again, whatever your focus was, whether it be a thematic topic, one or short phrase, or a thematic statement, a universal truth, a lesson to be learned. All right. So you're building this document, a hyperlink document in which you're pulling all these pieces. So since we started working on this back on October 20th, this is where we started with, okay, this is what it is. This is the grading rubric. This is the example, the finished product from Ms. Winstead. This is some topics that you can work with and a planning sheet to kind of help you narrow down what pieces you were going to write and the two pieces that you're going to go out and find, and making sure that you have a variety of genres represented in your portfolio. So this was started officially back on October 20th, where you proposed your topic, where you said, I'm going to write about family, I'm going to write about culture, I'm going to write about acceptance and love and faith and healing, whatever the case was. And so this should have been day one, start one. The planning page that is embedded here or hyperlinked in this document back on October 20th is just a quick list of all the styles of documents that you can use, whether it be a letter, a poem, a short story, the use of a script, whether it's something that you wrote or something that you went out and find, kind of like the example we did from the Crucible, where we just took a small scene and shared it with y'all. Looking at primary sources, infographics are awesome. Again, this is your list. So if you're still struggling with your pieces, the pieces that you're writing and the pieces that you're bringing in, come back to this list back in the folder for week 1, October 20th, and go to this document, which is called Planning Sheets. All right, so this was our start. Here it is. So from there, starting then on the 22nd and the 23rd, this is where you said, okay, here is my first piece. This is what I am using, whether it be my own personal writing piece or something I went out and found. Day 1, which was that Thursday, I just had y'all copy and paste the text, whatever it was, the short story, the poem, you just copy and pasted the text. On that Friday, y'all went in and did the 2 paragraphs where you explained how it connected, represented, conveyed your thematic topic or a thematic statement, and then why you chose it if it was someone else's piece, or how you wrote it if it was one of your personal pieces, a piece that you wrote. Okay, so that was Thursday and Friday for piece 1. Then the beginning of this week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, was all dedicated to you doing the same process from Thursday, Friday, but doing it for piece 2, piece 3, and piece 4. So we did that on the 26th, the 27th, and the 28th. All right, so Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So hopefully you're able to find your second piece, your third piece, your fourth piece, and in that document, have your 2 paragraphs. How it connects, conveys, or exemplifies your thematic topic or statement, and then why you chose it, because it's somebody else's piece, or how you wrote it, because it's one of your pieces. Okay, so by now you should have all those 4 documents done. If not, you're still working on them, finish them. Because once you have those documents done, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 documents, then we're just copying and pasting into our final piece. All right, so above all, make sure these documents are completed. The one from the 22nd, the 23rd, 26th, 27th, 28th. Once we're here, once you have all these documents, then you're ready to move into your final piece. Now you're able to start building your hyperlinked portfolio. That's gonna look a lot like Miss Winstead's, where you have your title, you have maybe a picture or a GIF, or if you know how to do that, you're gonna put it there. You'll have your name and period, and then of course your hyperlinked pieces. This document that you see here is already loaded for next week. If you go to week 3, which is November 2nd through the 6th, as you see, Monday is going to be another writing day. It's going to be a workshop for you to work, ask questions, finish your piece, your portfolio. Tuesday is a holiday for y'all. Okay? So I'm not assigning any work that day. There's no attendance check that day because it's a holiday. But you are more than welcome to work on the project if you need be. I just won't be available that day. Okay, so if you need help, email me. I might be available for the afternoon tutoring. I gotta check on that. I'll get back to y'all. And then Wednesday, the portfolios due. We'll be moving into our unit 3, possibly. No, scratch that. That's our counselor day. So I'll be posting the links for your counselor meets that day. But we'll be moving on to something else on the 4th. But the portfolio is due that day. So it's the second major grade for the cycle. So Monday, we're working. It's work day. You get to come in and ask questions. Tuesday is a holiday, but you're open to work on it. And I'm going to see if we're open for tutoring that day. We most likely are. And then Wednesday, you're going to have your counseling visits, but also your portfolios due that day. All right. So if you go into your Wednesday folder for November 4th, the document is there. If you click on it, go through the steps. This is your portfolio. This is what you're going to build. You'll put your topic up here. You'll put it again right here. You'll put your picture if you want to, or some sort of symbol that represents your piece. Put your name, and then of course update the period. And then this is where you're going to be building your documents. This is where you're going to be building your pieces. So what I would suggest to do is in your drive, looking at your first 2 documents from the 22nd and 23rd, and then everything from the 26th, 27th, 28th, I would open up Google Docs in the drive. Okay. I would open up a Google Doc to represent your preface. I would open up a Google Doc to have the text for your first piece, to have the text from the second piece, to have the text from the third piece, and to have a separate document for your fourth. So at this point, you'll have 5 documents, one for your preface and 1 individual document for each text. So your poem, your short story, your novel excerpt, your infographic, the letter that you found, an article that you're using, put them all in separate documents so that it will be easier for you to link later on when you're building your portfolio piece. When you have that preface, you're going to go back to October 21st. Because on October 21st, y'all built your first 2 paragraphs for the preface. There we go. Paragraphs 1 and 2, wherever the assignment lives, however it is, in that preface document, that will be paragraphs 1 and 2. The remaining paragraphs would be your analysis pieces. The next 3 and 4 would be from October 23rd. So you'll just copy and paste it there. You'll go back to the 26th, where it's your second piece, and get those 2 paragraphs and put it there in the preface page. You'll go back to the October 27th page or the document, get those 2 paragraphs for your third piece and put it there. And then go to your October 28th piece, the 4th piece that you have, get those 2 paragraphs and put it on that preface. So that if you go back and compare it to Miss Winstead's preface, Here are her first 2 paragraphs in which you wrote on the 21st. Here are the next 2 paragraphs in which you wrote on the 23rd about your first piece. Here are the next 2 paragraphs in which you wrote on Monday, the 26th, about your second piece. Here are your next 2 paragraphs you wrote about your third piece, which was on the 27th. And here are your last 2 paragraphs in which you wrote about your fourth piece, which you did on Wednesday, the 28th. So again, in your folders, in your drive, open up a document, title it Preface. Go back to October 21st to that assignment in Google Classroom. It's not Google Classroom, Schoology, and get your Preface Part 1 assignment, paragraphs 1 and 2, put it there. Get your next 2 paragraphs comes from the October 23rd, where you wrote about your first piece. The next 2 paragraphs come from your October 26th, which is about your second piece. Your next 2 paragraphs come from October 23rd, which is your third piece. And then the final 2 paragraphs come from your October 28th piece, which you wrote about your fourth piece. And that is what your preface is going to be in your project. And you'll hyperlink it. Once you have that document, whatever it looks like, you'll highlight the word preface. You'll come up to the toolbar to this little kind of like oval but broken with a line in the middle. It's called Insert Link. You'll click on it, and you're going to go back to the document. Let's say it's this one. Let's say this is the preface page, whatever it looks like. You're going to come up here, make sure that the whole link is highlighted. I did a right click, click copy, come back to your document, right click, paste. You have the link to that particular document, which in your case would be your preface. Then you'll click apply, so when it comes back up, it will look blue, it will be underlined, and when I click on it, I'm going to have the link to that actual document. And then you'll do the same process for all your text. Text 1, text 2, text 3, text 4, which is why I'm telling you, open up some blank Google Docs, copy and paste everything where it needs to be, make sure everything is titled the way it needs to be so that it's easier for you to navigate and go find it. And then you'll have a document just for your preface and all your writing and all your paragraphs. You'll have a document that just shows your first piece, whether you wrote it or it's somebody else's. You'll have a third document which shows the second text that you have, which is either your piece or someone else's piece, and the same for the third and for the fourth. And voila, your project is done. And remember, the document that's yours, the ones that you're building, is in Wednesday's folder of next week. If you go to Cycle 2, Week 3, look at Wednesday, November 4th, your portfolio page that you're building, that you're fixing, that you're inserting, copying, and pasting is right there in November 4th's folder. Just get to it. All right, so if you need help building this, if you want me to walk you through it, if you need me to just whatever, come into the tutoring sessions. And remember, I'll be available this weekend, Saturday from 10 to 2, 10 in the morning to 2 p.m., and Sunday from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. if you need help with it. All right, but this is due next week, next Wednesday, but knock it out early so you have time to revise and polish it up. All right, remember, it's your second major grade for this cycle, and it ends in 6 weeks, so we're almost there. All right, so hopefully this helps. If not, come on the Zoom call, and I'll work it with you. I love you. Have a good day, great weekend, make good choices, and I will see you next month. Bye, guys.